Hi there, welcome to today's live free training. So today we're going to be talking about Facebook groups. How do you have a Facebook group that is engaged, is interacting, that people are telling other people about, that yours becomes the go-to place for people to want to join, and it becomes a real community. How do you do that? Now, I'm really happy to have you here, everybody. If you are joining us live, then please say hi, pop your name in the chat box, tell me where you're from. I'd love to hear where you're from. I'm from Melbourne in Australia, and I'm Pauline Delaney. And if you are watching this on the replay, then please put in hashtag replay so that I know you're watching on the replay. Now, I would love this to be an interactive Facebook Live. So if you do have any questions, then please pop them in below. If you have any comments, pop them in below. If you have anyone else that you know would benefit from this training, then tag them in the chat box and they can join us as well, or they can watch us later. Now, I know that your time is precious, so I don't want to waste any of your time, and I will get right into our content today. Now, Facebook groups. I would be really interested to know who has a Facebook group, who has begun their own Facebook group. And hi, Missy. Hi, Missy. How are you? You're from Melbourne too. Yes, you are. You're lovely. Lovely to see you here. So who has a Facebook group? If you have a Facebook group, pop it in below and tell me what you think of it. Are you happy with the way it's going? Are you having lots of people joining? Are you finding that people are really enjoying the group? Is it producing an income for you as well? Because that's really important. It's all great and good to have a Facebook group, but if it's just there for you to spend time or waste time in, then it's not really doing its job, is it? Now, why would you want to have a Facebook group in the first place? Well, firstly, it allows you to have your own community rather than a Facebook page. Now, a Facebook page is like, I suppose it's like your business card. It's like a website. It's a place where people can go and get information about you. It's where they can ask questions, but it's quite formal. And there's not so much of the back and forth on a Facebook page. A Facebook group, and also you don't have control over who sees your Facebook page. Anyone can see it. If you have a Facebook group, you are able to completely control your group. You get to choose who you let into the group. You get to choose the rules of the group, what people are allowed to do, what they're not allowed to do. Are they allowed to promote? If somebody does something that you don't like, you can kick them out of the group. You are also seen as an expert because you are running the group. It really gives you a lot of credibility to have your own Facebook group. So it allows you to create a community or a tribe of people, of like-minded individuals who are all on the same journey as you are. So really, really, I would highly encourage you to create your own Facebook group if you have not already done so. Okay. So Missy, are you using your Facebook group to provide content to start with? Building trust and authority, very important. And the more that you can give in a group, the more you're going to get back. The more that people experience you, see what it is that you do, how they can help you, then the more they are going to want to spend time with you. And down the track, the more they are going to be ready to invest with you, which is what we're looking for down the track. So, let me have a quick look at my notes here. Okay, and the other thing as well is that when you do have some sort of an offer that you're ready to make, then you have a ready-made community or group of people that you can launch that offer to. Now, you don't want to do this too early. You don't start a group and instantly start to promote yourself in the group. No, you need to build up that know, like, and trust factor first, and then by giving great content away, by helping people out in the group, by building relationships with them, then you are able to have them want to be taking the next step with you, which will be when they are ready to invest. That's true, Missy, as well. It is a safer environment. People can post in there and other people can't see that. If you have a private or a closed group, then you can have content in there that people can share with each other. It's a real community. It's an exclusive community. So it creates that area of trust where people can share things that perhaps they wouldn't share otherwise, because they must be accepted into the group in order to see the content and interact with people. So good point there. Now, what I often get asked is, when should I start my own Facebook group? And so many people will wait and wait and wait and put it off and wait till everything's perfect. And I would say, no, don't do that. What you should do instead is start it as soon as you have decided on who you work with and how you help them. So once you have decided on who your ideal client is and the direction your business is going to take. If you are still jumping from one thing to another, then you want to settle down on that first, because otherwise you may start a group and then a couple of weeks later, a couple of months later, your direction changes and you have this wonderful group here filled with people who are not interested in what it is you have to offer because you have changed your direction. So once you are clear on who it is that you help, how you help them, the sort of problems that they have, the things that they're looking to achieve, that's when you are able to, I would highly encourage you to start your own Facebook group then. The quicker you can start it, the quicker you can start to build it, to start building your profile as well, to be seen as that expert, and to start sharing and creating that atmosphere of community. So I suppose the simple answer is, when should you start your Facebook group? As soon as possible. Don't delay. Don't put it off. Don't procrastinate. Now, there are two main components. Now, you've probably heard of the Facebook algorithm, and you want to know how you can get people into your group and how you can make sure that they're interacting with people, how you can grow your group. Now, the way that Facebook works with groups is their algorithm is going to be based on two main components. Now, the first component is going to be how many people are joining your group. So Facebook will look at how many people are applying to join your group. So how many people are coming into the group. And what they will also look at is how much interaction and engagement is happening in the group. So is it a vibrant group? Are lots of people asking questions, posting, interacting on each other's posts? So the more that you can have those two things happening, then the more you are going to have people coming in of their own accord, because Facebook will then promote the group for you. You know how sometimes when you're on Facebook, you'll see in that side column there a suggested groups. And it might have a couple of different ones here. We think these groups will be great for you. Now, Facebook has based those suggestions on the type of groups you are already in. They will offer your group to people who have similar characteristics to the people who are currently in your group. And if you are getting that regular interaction and people joining your group, then Facebook are going to promote your group for free. And that's pretty exciting, isn't it? So they will start posting your group in the suggested groups for people that they think are the same demographic, have the same types of interests as the people who are currently in your group. So the more that you can have that regular people coming into the group, promoting them, interacting in the group, then the more you are going to get promoted. And it'll be that cycle where your group is growing, it's getting really exciting, lots of stuff is happening, and Facebook is continually sending people to the group. So that's what you want to aim for, and that's how you work with the algorithm that Facebook has. Now, how do you get people to join your group, and how do you make sure that they are the right people? Well, I've got a list of 7 different things to think about when you are creating your Facebook group and when you are running your Facebook group. The first thing is to think of the name of the group. So you want to create an awesome name for your group, a descriptive name for your group, a name that conveys what it is that you do, and what sort of a person would be suitable to join this group. So, for example, my group is Focused and Leveraged, female business owners who want it all, have it all. So, female online business owners who have it all. And that's the thing. So all those things are in there. People who are focused, women, females, business owners, online business owners, all those things are in there. Now you can have a shorter name if you like, you can have a longer name. But the important thing is to make it so that if somebody is searching in the search bar for a group, the keywords that they put in there, like female business owners, online business, something like that, weight loss if you're into weight loss, dating, relationships, something like that is in there, and that will pop up as a suggested group then if you have the right sort of keywords in the name of your group. So the keywords will allow people to search for your group and it will pop up, and they will also tell the person who's looking for a group that this is something that that looks like they would like it, and they will take the next step and click on it and have a little look further about what the group is about. So having a great name is really key at the start. A descriptive name that describes what's happening in the group and the sort of people that the group would be for. You can make it catchy and interesting if you can, because that will allow you to stand out from other people. They'll easily remember your group name then. And also, if you can, put in some of the 3 Ps, so that the person, the pain point, and the pleasure point of your ideal client, if you can incorporate that into the name, then that is going to make it even more likely that you're going to be attracting the right people into the group. So, for example, mine is Focused and Leveraged. So that's 2 of the things that my ideal client is looking for: to have focus in their business, and they want to be able to leverage their time as well and the way that they work. Secondly, you want to create a great description of your group. Again, this is so that people who are wanting to join your group have a clear understanding of, yes, this group is for me, or no, this group isn't for me. And in the description, you want to put in your website if you have one, because that'll be the first thing that pops up. So in your about, when you're writing about what the group is for, if you put in paulinedelaney.com right at the start, and then you can describe what this group is for: people who are XYZ and are looking for this, and we have I'll be offering free resources and do regular live streams in the group, da-di-da-di-da. So you will do a description of what your group is that will tell people what to expect from the group. Now, as you know, on a mobile or even on a desktop, you'll find that only the first couple of lines of the description are visible at the start, and then you have to click to see more. So you want to make sure that you've got your website, if you do have one, right up the top, so that people will instantly see that. And you'll find that often if they're researching you, who is the leader of the group, they'll click on that and go and have a look. So take that next step with you to search out what's happening. And so that's a really good thing to have in there. What you can also have is maybe you have some sort of a lead magnet or a freebie that you offer people, that you can say to get your free access to your free masterclass, click on the link here to register. And that can all be in the description. So you want to make sure that there are as many different ways for people to access what it is that you have for them, particularly that free content, by putting it in various places. So that's the first one. You can put it in your description. So in your description, you want to have your website if you have one. You want to have a link to a freebie if you have one. And you want to make sure that you have a clear description of who the group is for, what people can expect when they are in the group. Okay, what else have we got in there? Also the rules. The rules are really important. Facebook will suggest some rules, and you can put those in if you like, because they're quite well written. Something like no spam, no attacking other members. We have to respect each other's privacy and each other's opinions. Things like that. You can choose how many rules you would like. I think there are up to maybe 10 that you can have. And what you can also do, which is something I learned recently and I hadn't understood properly before, is that you can add tags. Now, this is all in when you're setting up your group, and you can always go back and edit these if you want to. So tags, when you put in a tag, what that means is that when somebody types in that tag, your group will pop up. So what you want to put in are perhaps your competitors or people who are also in your field. So say, for example, you're someone who helps women with personal development, then you might want to tag Oprah Winfrey or Tony Robbins. Or if you're someone who helps people with their tech with business, maybe some of the online marketers that are your direct competitors, because what that means is when they're typing in that person's name, then your group will come up as a suggested group under there, and they'll know that you have an association or you're going to be the right sort of group for that person. Okay, so the tags are really, really cool, and I think you might be able to have up to 5 tags, and that's also going to help Facebook suggest groups to you. So if your group has certain tags in there and people are already in groups that are appropriate to that tag, then Facebook will suggest your group as well to them. Because as much as possible, you want Facebook to promote your group for free rather than having to pay for it. Because why not? Why not take advantage of all the free stuff that you can when you're online? So we've got choose an awesome name. We've got create a great description for your group. And then create a great banner, because we are very visual. Facebook is very visual. As you're scrolling through, you're not reading every word that pops up, are you? So if you have a great banner at the top of your Facebook group, then that will, again, grab people's interest and encourage them to take the next step to want to click on and join your group. Now, a banner. I have my photo in my banner because I like to be the face of my business. And if you are someone who wants to build up your credibility and be seen as that expert, then I highly encourage you to have yourself in the banner. If you are not someone who wants to do that, then that's okay. But in the banner, you can put things like the mission statement for your group, the name of your group. Maybe you could use, if you've got colors that you normally use, brand colors, you can put them in there so that it instantly stands out in the newsfeed. And what I also encourage as well is for you to create theme days, especially when you're starting your group. So theme days mean, so for example, in our group here, we have Goals Monday, Tips Tuesday, Offer Wednesday, when you're able to promote. And all the other days have a hashtag. And what that means is it makes it easy for people. When they go into the group, they don't have to think, what should I talk about? What am I going to talk about today? They can use the hashtag as a prompt. And I encourage you to make these hashtags quite wide and general, not very specific. So for example, if I Tips Tuesday, you don't say something like, let's say, client getting tips, for example. You leave it open, because otherwise people will think, I haven't got a client getting tip. I won't be able to post anything. Leave it open so they can be encouraged to post regularly. And you can use these as a guideline. I like to have them as a guideline and not necessarily as, that's all you can do. On this day, you can only post according to the hashtag. But what it means is it gives people a focus and makes it easy for them to come in and think of something to post. And then they can start also interacting with everyone else. What else have we got here? So that's create a great banner. So we've got, at the minute, we've got choose an awesome name, create a great description for your group, create a great banner. And the fourth thing is to post regularly with great content. Now, this is really important. Being in your group regularly, interacting with people and giving them great content that is going to help them with the problems that they are having. That's why they've come into the group, to connect with like-minded people. They have a certain problem. Maybe they're looking to lose weight. Maybe they're looking to find Mr. Right. Maybe in my group, for example, they're looking to build their online business. So that's the sort of thing that they want to hear about regularly. So the more great content you can give them for free is going to mean that they are experiencing you for free, so that they're able to see that you are someone who has expertise, who can help them. You're giving it away. They're able to experience you without having to pay. So before they're ready to make an investment, they have already had lots of great interactions with you. Video content is fabulous as well, because you can see here as we are talking back and forth, it's like I'm in the room with you. It's quite different to if I'm writing something. Now, I'm not saying you don't write something as well, you don't post written content, but video is going to enable that know, like, and trust factor to be built much, much quicker. So I highly encourage you to do as much video as possible. Okay. Ratio restriction to the banner about text. Now, Missy, I'm not sure about that. I think that what you're talking about is more for a Facebook ad. So in a Facebook ad, for example, you're only allowed to have a very small amount of text there. Not so much in the image above as your banner. With your banner, you don't want it to be overrun with text, because it's confusing. But if you put the main points in there, the name of your group, the hashtags, for example, the mission for the group, not too much in there. You can put in, if you have any qualifications, or if you've been on any media, for example, you could put some of those badges down there as well. It needs to be clear, appealing, and professional looking. That's what I would suggest for your banner. So going back to number 4, which is post regularly with great relevant content. You want to make sure that you are consistent with that, so that you're not in there one day and then not in there for another week or 2 weeks. I would highly recommend, now I don't recommend 5, 6, 7 posts a day. I know some people are in there every hour putting stuff over and over again. I don't encourage that. What I would encourage you to do is to post twice a day. Now, those 2 posts should be very specific types of posts. Now, as I said before, I encourage you to have the theme days. So with the theme days, you have a hashtag for each day, so a focus for each day. So I encourage you to do one post that is attached to the hashtag, and that can be a post that demonstrates your expertise, that gives value, that gives information, education, helps your people out in some way, and allows you to be positioned as an authority. So that can be your authority post. And then also what I would encourage you to do is to help encourage that second part of the algorithm. So as we were talking about before, the Facebook algorithm is going to be based on the amount of people who are joining your group, and also the engagement of those people in your group. So you want to post something that's going to encourage engagement. And this can be something that doesn't have to be necessarily, say for my group, for example, a business post. It can be something fun. It can be a question works really well, something that you want people to comment on. So you may have noticed some of the questions I've asked lately have been things like, what's been your favourite holiday? What was your best holiday ever? What's the one thing you might have in your handbag? Things like, what's on your bucket list? What's the one thing that's on your bucket list to do? So something that people can easily answer, that will help build a connection with them that's not necessarily associated with the main purpose of the group. So it's not like the only thing you can put in a business group is business. You can have some fun as well. Now, you don't want to get carried off on a tangent and have only fun posts, because that's going to defeat the purpose of the group. but just having those 2 posts each day, so the authority post and then the question post to encourage engagement, is going to cover all your bases. You can add in more posts if you want, but just have those as the basic. Don't try and feel that you've got to be putting in too much content, because you're going to feel overwhelmed yourself, and you're then also going to feel that it's a real chore to go in and constantly have to come up with brand new content. Okay, and regular live streams. Like I said, Facebook also love live streams. They love videos that you are posting directly, natively into Facebook, like I'm doing now, or even they love videos that you are posting, say, from your phone or somewhere like that. They don't like you posting a video from YouTube, because YouTube doesn't belong to Facebook. They're not going to encourage that as much as if you can post one of your own videos. But they love live streams. Live streams work really, really well. So if you can do those, then I would encourage you to do that. And choose quality over quantity. So don't think you've got to write long posts or do long videos. You can just do a couple. You can even just ask a question on a video. You know, you could come in and say, how did you get your last client? Comment below and let me know. I'll come back and check later. You've done a quick video and it's in there, and it just breaks it up as well, so that you're not always having written posts, you're not always having video posts. It gives people a chance to experience you in different ways and really showcases your expertise in lots of different ways. So where are we? So that was number 4, post regularly with great, relevant, free content. And number 5 is to encourage regular posting, engagement and interactions. So if you put up a post, at the end say something like, comment below, let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with this? When did this last happen to you? And ask question. You can have a post and then ask a question. You can have a live stream and then ask a question, or you can just have a question that can be the post. Things like as well, where are you from? Let's find out who's in our group today. Where in the world, how many different countries are represented in this group? Things like that people find easy to answer and fun to answer. So not something like, please describe for me how the onboarding sequence you have for your new clients. Not something like that. Something fun, something that's an easy answer. Comment yes below if you agree with me. Something like that. So the more that you can encourage people to answer and to comment, the more the engagement builds up. And once one person does it, you'll find other people will do it as well. Now, please, as we're talking about commenting, if you do have any comments, any questions today, or when you're watching this on the replay, pop them in below and I will answer them. I'm an open book. If you have any questions, please ask, because there's no such thing as a silly question. It's only silly if you didn't ask it because you don't know what the answer is. And often you'll find that if you don't know the answer to something, there'll be somebody else who doesn't know the answer as well and will be wishing that you'd asked. Okay. Now, encourage people as well to introduce themselves. So when I am regularly, you may have noticed I have a new format of welcoming people into the group. So Facebook would tell you, they might say, you have 5 new members this week. Write a post to welcome them to the group. So what I will do is I will write a post that welcomes them to the group and gives them a little bit about what to expect. You'll get great free resources in this group. We'll be talking about this and this. If you want to watch my free masterclass, click here. Here's the link. So if you have some sort of a lead magnet or a freebie that you would like to encourage them to download or sign up for, then you can put that in the post. And then also encourage them to introduce themselves, whether it's with a written post or a live stream as well would be fabulous. Although not many people I find take me up on the offer of them doing a live stream. It's a little bit too out there. But if you have people doing live streams, you'll notice, say for example, if you introduce yourself, if you're watching this now and you haven't introduced yourself in our group, please do it. Film yourself doing a live stream in the group, and you will get so many more people listening to you, so many more people commenting than if you'd just written a post. Okay. Thank you, Missy. Thank you very much. Okay, so where are we now? Oh, the other thing is as well, people want to hear about you. They want to hear about you. So you can be talking about business a lot. You can be helping them get clients. You can be helping them lose weight. You can be helping them find Mr. Right, all those things. But what they want to know about is you as well. You can't be this person who is only a business person. They like hearing about maybe when you've been running late to something, when the kids have messed up something, or your child's won a prize, or they like hearing about your life. So you don't have to throw everything all out there for them, but if you can put some of your story in there, you'll find that those are the sorts of posts people will resonate and will comment on much more than the business ones. So the more that you can put of yourself in there, your flavor, your things that have happened just to you, that are not something general. If you can bring it back to a lesson or something that you're able to then help them with and say, therefore, this has happened. So I understand how you feel because I fell over and hurt my knee and had to spend this time in hospital. Therefore, I was able to do X, Y, Z. I just made that bit up. So have a think about that. How much can you put of you in your group? Because people want to hear about you. They don't want to, if they decide, okay, I need some help with getting clients, for example, which would be my niche, then they're not going to go out and type how to get clients and look around for who is the person who has something available right now. No, what they will do is they'll have started to like you. They know all about you. They know that you help them. They know that you give great content, that you're giving them free stuff, that you're helping them, you're answering their questions. And they know that you're a mum like me with 4 children who is fitting her business in with her life as well and has time management that she has to work on. And that's what appeals to them about you. So your life, your business is all a big package. And the more that you can share of you in there as well, rather than just your business stuff, you'll find that people are going to resonate and be drawn to you much more and interact with you more. Okay. So where are we now? So that was number 5, which was encourage regular posting, engagement and interaction. And I'm going to pop these, I'll summarize these and put them in below later in the comments. And then you want to regularly invite people into your group. So rather than just waiting for Facebook to do its free stuff, you can regularly invite people into your group. You can send them people that you think may be interested. You can send them a personal message. You could email your database if you have one, offering them to join the group. Give them a description on what they can expect in the group so that they know whether it's suitable for them or not. And that is a way that you can get people into your group. You can, if you are in other groups and they have offer day or promo day or something like that, you can promote your group and encourage people to join your group that way. You can ask people who are in your group to promote, to add their friends. You know, if you're enjoying this group, if you're getting great value from this and you know somebody else who would appreciate this and who would fit in well here, then please invite them to join the group. You can also run things like live streams like I've done today and then promote the live stream somewhere else. I promoted it on my page today. I sent an email about it, and people who were not already in my group would have to join my group in order to see today's live stream. So things like that, regularly talking about your group when you have the opportunity. If you are posting something else in another group and you're going to, you want to promote something, you can promote your own group, encourage people to join. What else have we got here? Now, something else that is a really, really cool feature as well, which I have only just started using recently in my group, is the ability to ask questions when people apply to join your group. So Facebook will allow you to ask 3 questions when people apply to join your group. And these are gold, because if you ask the right questions, you can use that to create content. So the questions that I ask, the first question I think is, what is the biggest problem that you solve for your clients? Or what problem does your business solve? So you're getting clear on who these people are that are joining your group, the types of business that they have. And then, what is the biggest challenge that you're having in your business right now? That's a really good one. And they might say something like getting clients, losing weight, depending on what business you're in, finding a partner. Or they may go into even more detail. And what you should do is to write them down, keep them in a file, in a spreadsheet. And when the time comes for you to think, well, what am I going to talk about today? Have a look at that spreadsheet and see the sorts of things that people have been saying that they're struggling with, and create your content around that. Isn't that good? And the third thing that I do is that I ask for their email address. So I think I say something like, if you'd like to keep up to date, we send out regular newsletters and free resources. If you'd like to be kept up to date on that, then pop your email address in here and you'll get notified. So then you also are able to add these people to your database and email market to them. So you have their email address, you can market to them by email, and you can also talk to them in your group as well. So they experience you from different ways. And of course, with Facebook, you don't own Facebook, you don't own your group, but you own your email list. So just think about that. So those 3 questions are a brilliant way of getting information about who's coming into your group, and also getting their email address, which is fabulous. So what else have we got on here? Oh yeah, so number 7 is to use your Facebook group to grow your email list. So you can do that, as I just said, by having one of the questions when people come in. What is your email address? Let me know if you want to receive our regular updates. You can also have your lead magnet. So if you've got some sort of a freebie or a lead magnet, you can have that as a pinned post at the top of the group, so that people will click on that and join your email list and download your freebie, and then start to get nurtured by your email sequence if you have it all set up like that. You can also put that put the lead magnet in the description, as I said, of the group, so people can see it right up front. And the other thing is that you can, if you run live events or events like we're doing here, a live stream, you could create this as an event if you wanted to. You could create a Facebook event, or if you're running any live workshops or anything like that, you're able to promote them in the group. And what that means is it allows you to grow your email list, and also so that they're seeing you in the group, they're interacting with you there, and also receiving emails from you. So those are my 7 tips here. The 7, I'll quickly just go over them again for creating your own Facebook group and making sure that it's not a graveyard, that people go in there. You want your Facebook group to be a destination, an experience. So you want people to go in there regularly, to be checking it throughout the day, to be excited to go in and see what's happening there, to be wanting to share themselves, their business, their expertise, but also supporting other people in the group, and you want them to be building relationships in the group, because a Facebook group can be so valuable. It's your own tribe, it's your community, it's a place where you get to be the boss, the head, the expert. It really positions you beautifully. and allows you to have a platform where you can do anything you want. Theoretically, you can do anything you want in your group. I mean, you are going to get some, if you do too much promoting, you're going to get some kickback from the people who are in there, but you get to choose because you are the creator and the owner of the group. So quickly going back, you need to choose an awesome name, create a great description of your group, create a great banner, post regularly with great relevant free content, encourage regular posting, engagement and interaction, regularly invite people into the group, and also use your group to grow your email list. So if you have any comments on today's training, if you want any more information, if you have a particular question about you and your group, if you're finding people aren't interacting, if you're not sure what to do, anything like that, then just ask and I will answer. I will come back later and answer any questions. So I have so enjoyed being here today with you ladies, and I look forward to hearing your questions very soon, and you will have a lovely day. Bye-bye for now.